Hi kids. Okay, today's lesson, or this lesson, is going to be for those of you that are up to lesson 23 in the book. So make sure you have lesson 23 in the book. Slur. I am going to do this lesson on violin and viola because I know a lot of you fourth graders are right on this page. And it'd be better to do it in person, but you probably can get it on if you watch and just play along with me, okay? So if you recall, you did lesson 22. That was, if you tried it at home, that was the tie, the curvy smiley face that connects the two notes. And if it was the same pitch, like two G's, you just play two quarter note G's as one. Sounds like a half note, okay, because it's in the same bow. You're doing it all in one bow. The slur is the same idea, but if you look, it's connecting two notes that are different. So what's happening is you are changing your finger but not changing your bow, okay? So that's the trick. All right, so I'm not even going to do it in the book, and this is how we would do it if we were in my room. Okay, so all you would do, and I'm going to do on violin first. I'll switch back and forth, but I'm going to start on violin. All right, so you're just going to play like a D and an E. Those are the two easiest, right? So if you go D, E, no problem, right? If you slur D to an E, you play the same thing, but you put your finger down, but you don't change your bow direction. Your bow still goes in one direction. And I'm doing down bow, which means I'm starting at the frog, okay? So this is not slurred, right? Back and forth, and then try doing, watch my bow, and listen to the D and E come out. Here, and I changed it, and you can go the other way. So I'm going to do D, E, and I'm going to go up bow where I push. And I just changed like a quarter note with my finger. My finger's actually keeping the speed now, but my bow is not changing. So I'm going to try again. Watch this. Here I go again. Check it out. D, E, D, E. And I'm just going back and forth. And I'm only doing two. Okay, so I recommend trying to get your arms to do what you want. You want to move your finger, but don't change your arm. It's hard. You have to concentrate. So in your head, you're going to be a little like, okay, put my finger down. Okay, don't change my bow. Okay, pick up my finger. Okay, put your finger down, but don't change your bow. Okay, so there's your in your head thought out loud to what you're trying to do. All right, so this is what I recommend first. Try to get comfortable with it. Just try to go back and forth a few times. And just do it on D and E. It's no big deal, okay? That's just no fingers and one finger. And then try to get comfortable. And a couple times it's going to look like this. You tell me, you can let me know if I'm right about this. But it'll look a little like this. You'll do one right, and then you'll miss, and you'll go, oh no, just try again. Just try to get used to changing your finger, but not changing your bow, okay? So do that a little bit. Just try to get comfortable with it. That's the hardest part. Once you get going, you'll be able to go faster. I'll show you fast, but just so you can check. But, you know, you'll get comfortable. Just go till you can make sure you can change your finger. It's like patting your head and rubbing your tummy. Change one thing, don't change the other thing. Okay, so then once you get comfortable with that, then you can try, if you did D and E, then you can try it in the book. And all you do is whenever you see the slur, those are the two notes that are in one bow, okay? So, and here it tells you the little thing you can read at the top, and there's the word slur, you know, like we would do in class. And there's what they look like. They're all over the place. But if you see it, that's when you slur it. And, oh, let me write the answers in. For the first little bit, we'll sometimes write the bowings in. And this is when finally from lesson like 3, you need to know what your bowing means. So don't forget, this is down bow, when you start at the frog. And this is up bow, pushing, going from the tip, right? So you're going to play D to E, down bow and one bow. Then you're going to go back the other way, D to E, then back down bow. And if you want to write them all in, you can, but I just wrote the first two in to remind you. D to E, up bow, and then D, E, just a normal half note. You just play what you see, okay? If you notice, it's exactly what I just showed you how to do. I just did it on D and E. So then the second half, then you pick up your bow and start down bow again. You go back to the frog, right? Then the rest of this number one is backwards. You just do E to D, E to D, E to D, and it's just 4 times, and you just want to try to make sure your bow goes the right way, okay? I'm going to play this one really slow, okay? And then you can try to play along with me, or you can just do it really slow. And if you want to do like 2 at a time, like D to E, and then just regroup your thoughts and then go do the next one, you can take all your time. The rhythm, you want to just make sure you put your finger down, but if you need to stop in between, it's more important that you play the slurring part right than play it at a fast speed. That doesn't matter. You're actually learning how to do a technique now. You don't have to learn how to play notes anymore because you're getting advanced, okay? So here's number one real slow, and I'm going to say it so you can see. I'll talk while I play, okay? So here I go. I'm at the frog, and I'm going D to E first. So D, push, up bow, pull, down bow, push, up bow, D. During the rest, back to the frog, backwards, E to D. E, just pick your finger up, but don't change your bow. Pick your finger up, put it back down, push, okay, and that's number one. I recommend doing it all different ways, but one of the ways you should try to do it is play it along with me. Pop me up on your big TV again, go for it. Play it along with me, because then if your bow is going the same direction as my bow, you know you've got it right, okay? All right, then number two, okay. All they're doing, it's the same slur, 2 notes a piece, but they're just changing the actual notes. They're just moving you over to the A string. The notes are easy, it's just, and the slurring's the same. So we got 2 sharps, okay? So if you come across a C sharp, or C, it'll be C sharp. So number 2 is gonna be on the A to B, then C sharp, then a rest to regroup your thoughts, then C sharp to B, and then A to regroup, and then be careful on this one, A to B, down bow, and then C sharp to B, up bow, and then A. I'm gonna write that in, okay? Actually, I'll show you it on the viola book too. I'm showing you back and forth on the different books, because that way violas and violins can do it. It's the same lesson. You can just watch, okay? So the clef looks different for violins now, but it doesn't matter. So A to B, down bow, and then C sharp to B. So that one's a little more complicated, but you just try to get it, okay? I'm going to switch to viola for this one. Alrighty, here we go. So now we're still on the A string for everybody, A to B. It just looks different. I'm just going to play it on viola, okay? I'm going to step back for the giant viola. So here we go. So now you're moving everything over, no big deal. Here we go. So number 2, super slow, okay? And for this one in the rest, you'll notice I just stop my bow and wait. Don't pick up your bow. You want to go the right direction, same direction that I am going on my bow. So down bow, start at the frog. Ready? Go. A to B, A to B, and then C sharp. Rest, wait here at the tip. Now you push C sharp to B. Second finger to first finger, and then A. Rest. Now put it all together, A to B first, then C sharp to B the other way, push. Lot to think about. A. Rest, rest, okay? A lot to think about, but just go really slow. Be like, oh, I can do the first 2 measures. Okay, I can do the next 2. It doesn't have to all come together. You just want to get your bow and your hand moving at the right time. All right. Then, number 3, more of the same. And actually, all they're doing now is moving it over to the G string, which is great because then you get to practice the notes on the G string. And you've got G to A, no problem. 0 fingers to 1 finger, same as you did up here. A to B, 1 to 2 fingers, no big deal. Then B to C, second finger to third finger. And that's on the violin book too. Second finger to third finger, C. And then, just to make it super fun, fourth finger, you play your D with fourth finger on the G string, which is near the star, which you should all have. And get that elbow around and hit that G, because that's super good of you. And then you play open G and you're done. All right? So I'll do this one on the viola. Here I go. Okay? And listen, if I can reach fourth finger, D on the G string on my viola, violin, viola, if I can reach it, you can reach it, because this thing's huge, because viola's awesome. Here I go. All right, so get yourself ready. All right, so it's all on the G string, same fingering, and if you have trouble with your G string notes, this is a good time to make sure you know them. Here we go, G to A first, super slow. G to A. Now A to B, just 1 to 2. Up bow, push. B to C, pull. Down bow. And then up bow, same thing, push. And here you go. G. Okay, so that is number 3, all right? Then the song of the week is London Bridge. Okay. So then the trick, once you get good at slurring, you have to make sure you only slur when you're supposed to and not all the time. So that you do it when it says and you don't do it, because it sounds different ways, and that's what makes music interesting. So you got to make sure that you do what it says. All right, so London Bridge has D to E slurred, and then you're carrying on. I'm going to switch to a violin clef for a second. D to E slurred, and then you're carrying on with your song. Oh, look, fourth finger. And then none of this is slurred. And if you're playing it right, it's going to sound like London Bridge on the G string. So you just carry on. And there's only the 2 slurs in it, D to E. And then you're off. And this is the same as the first page. Take it slow, not too hard, if you go slow especially. And just play the slurs when you see them. And then don't slur when you don't see them. So here's London Bridge, okay? All right. Here I go. Okay. So here it is at a medium speed. If you can play this with me, then you've totally got this, okay? Work on it slower at first. So here I go. 1, 2, ready, go. See, no slurs. 1 slur. And then keep going. So if you play it with me and your bow's going the same way, just remember, it's a weird little trick. Once you learn how to slur, it's hard not to slur. So you got to learn to do it and then only do it when it says. All right, so now I'm going to play the bonus, which I like because it just slurs a little bit of everything. And if you look, it's the bottom note is a D every time, which is great. D to E. D to, oh, F, wait, my bad. Oh, D to E, D to F sharp, D to G, D to F sharp, D to E, F natural for fun, and E, D. It's the bonus, which means when you get to it, I'll do it slow for now. Here we go. So I'm just going to play the bonus. You can watch my fingers, watch my bow. You're going down, up, okay. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so I just made it so you can really see my fingers. You can see that I'm bowing and moving my fingers, but not at the same time, okay? So now, what you want to do with this lesson is you want to get as good at slurring as you can. Once you get comfortable with it, and your fingers do what you want, then you play through and you play it when you see it. You play it in the book, okay? And then, after you get that, the best thing to do is to try to play these fast, because if you can play them fast, then you know you've got it. Now, I'm going to play fast for you now because I know sometimes you like to see it. I'm going to play the entire page. I'm going to play all of them for you fast. So if you get going on it, you can do it. The trick is to make things even. If they're all quarter notes, D to E, fast doesn't mean just to move your finger fast. You got to be even. So if you're going to play number 1 fast, you're going to go even fingers. 1, 2, 3, go. Rest, rest. So fast. All right. Number 2, same idea. 1, 2, here I go. Now. Rest, rest. Still counting everything out. All right. Number 3. Here we go. Way over on the G string. Get that elbow around for that 4th finger. Okay. Okay. And I like to slur. I like to play fast, so you know this is fun. All right. Here's one bridge at a good speed. Well, it only says andante. That's the word. A tempo which is slightly slower than moderato, so a little slow actually. Slur. Don't slur. Okay, and last but not least, here's the bonus. I'm going at hyper speed. You can check it out. But remember, take your time. There you go. Okay, so that's lesson 23. This is specifically for 4th grade violins and violas that got to that spot. I think I may have a cello player or maybe some bass players that got to it too. But please message me if you have any questions about this or you want more specifics, okay? And I'm going to give you a little time to do it, and you want to get good at it because next time I'm going to go over to lesson 24, which if you look at it is more and more slurring on different strings and all the different fun ways you can slur. So get as good at it as you can quick because I am ready to do the next part and I can't wait. All right, you guys. All right, miss ya. Bye.